And I am looking at becoming a very small instance of Whole Foods.
Hello and welcome to another episode of 8. My name is Raka Chakrawarti. I'm the founder of Tag8. If you are a foodie like me, and if you're looking for healthy food options, this next 5 questions is something that you really need to follow, because our guest today is someone who is absolutely specialized in this field. I'm absolutely delighted to have my dear friend Raka Chakrawarti, who is the CEO and co-founder of Gourmetdelight.in, on the show. Raka, welcome to the show.
Thank you so much, Sanjay. Really nice to be here. Pleasure.
Pleasure is all ours. Raka, let me jump into the first question, which is a one-breath question. Who is Raka?
So Raka is a person who likes her own time to do things. She's slow on the uptake. Basically, someone who loves reading, who likes working out, fitness, who loves animals and adopts all sorts of animals and gives them shelter and works for a lot of animals as well. I'm trying to be a painter as well. I mean, if time permits, I love to paint, and that's been a hobby for me since I was a kid. Never pursued it, but was hoping at some point in time to get into JJ School of Art. But life had other, plans. But any which ways, I do it as a passion and a hobby, and I really love it.
Now, Raka, I follow your painting, as you know, on Facebook, and I really like the stuff that you come out with. But from a selfish perspective, I'm more delighted that you are in the gourmet space, because food is really my first love. So that brings me to the second question. Tell us something about Gourmetdelight, again in one breath.
We are an artisanal organic site. We are into nutrition. So people who are foodies is one part of it, but who are interested in eating healthy without doing too much research into the whole food option. We wanted to give people the idea of healthy. So you just close your eyes and you know whatever you're ordering from the platform has not only single but multiple health benefits. So that's how we position ourselves. And we support a lot of small producers along the way. Small producers are the people we support. We don't go to big suppliers. And small producers, small farmers, and organic, natural, whole foods, basically nutritional products is what our buzz line is.
Super. And Raka, anyone knowing you personally and knowing your background pretty much gets it at face value that whatever is presented is going to be significantly healthy. I'm just curious at a broader level, and we just discussed the customer base that you have, that the significant customer base that you have. Just curious, how do you build that sort of a customer base from the scratch, wherein everyone frankly goes out and says that mine is healthy and this is what is beneficial. And if I may say, the COVID has accentuated that discussion, because everyone has gone out and rebranded it to be healthy. And how do you kind of make your space and create these set of customers who are absolutely following your space closely?
So the idea is to know who your customer is. So at the end of the day, if you know the person you want to cater to, you will know the products that. So ours started from a different perspective. Our goal was to go to the guy who fits, ticks certain check boxes. He's into nutrition. He loves, smaller producers. He likes organic products. He likes preservative-free products, and also he likes cooking. So that's the whole idea. That's the space that we wanted to cover. Over time, what happened was that customers naturally gravitate towards a certain product. So that has got, because it fits within their mind space. So once we knew who we were targeting, it was pretty easy to build the products, and they suggest a lot of products. So even if we produce certain kind of, for example, a tofu, they will say, can you do the soybean? Can you do the soy milk? So naturally product extensions happen, but by listening to the customer. So ours is mostly our products are catering. I mean, it's not from the founder's vision so much so as from the customer's vision. who are we looking at? So once those questions were answered, the products were easy to build, and we found a loyal customer base, people who stayed the course, who wanted those products and who wanted more. So it was easy to build along those expectations.
Wow, fascinating. Raka, jumping to the third question, 7 years into business. Before that, you were into advertisement, you were into marketing. I saw you being,
Hospitality.
yeah, I mean, doing digital marketing in early part of last decade. You would be one of the early ones doing digital marketing.
Yeah.
So,
So we were, yeah.
you know, what's been your learning right from there? Anything that you can share with us?
So interesting that you said that. We were one of the first few businesses that met Sundar Pichai when he came to India, because we were one of the very few businesses who went digital very quickly for our kind of space, which is organic and natural. And we met him when he had come to Delhi. So yeah, we moved into the digital space pretty fast, and we kind of felt that the kind of customer that we were targeting was more into this space, like more than getting into building societies or housing societies or calling people. They were people who hunted for things. They were people who knew what worked for them, what didn't, and so it was easy to first move into this space and then expand our product range.
Got it. And how do you get a sense on digital? Because nowadays, while going digital sounds really good, you get a lot of traction, but at the end of the day, it is expensive. How do you really balance out
It is.
the whole conversion vis-a-vis what is the spend behind this?
So we do the minimal amount of advertising, because you're right, it can really suck up on in a low margin business like ours. It's very tough to do that and very tough to get the balance. So what we do is we do the minimal advertising. We don't do so much SEM anymore, because we found that it's expensive. What we found that since we did a lot of that with Google initially, our understanding of the advertising space within the marketplaces was already honed. So we knew what to target, we knew how to do it, we knew how to do it with minimal budget, and we do employ hacks all the time, because there is no other way of doing it, and we don't have those kind of budgets pretty much to be a big player in that field. So we just let it be, and we hope that the customer reorders. So that's what we are looking at whenever we are putting up a product, is how many customers are coming back to take this product up. So that makes our journey simpler. Otherwise, we can't afford. it's expensive, and it's become much more expensive from the time that we started, when smaller budgets could take you like a long distance. Now, even with very large budgets, you can't possibly get that kind of attraction. It's very difficult. Yeah.
Right. Raka, I meant to say that I'm definitely after this separately going to connect with you for the hacks, because exactly we share the same thing. The budgets are too much to be digital these days. But let me get to the next question. Any learning that you can share? Anything that is your habit that has really helped you in your business?
So one of the learnings I can share with you is that I think every entrepreneur has this, and I have it also. We take no off days. So every day must be devoted to the business, whether we are traveling, whether we are at home with the family, whether it's a holiday for the rest of the family. It's never a holiday for us. And the second thing that has worked very well for us is getting into detail and having the patience. Because at the end of the day, as an entrepreneur, you know that we are completely, uh, we just want to do everything ourselves. We figure out that we know our business well, and we don't really want to outsource anything. Like whenever I hear of an entrepreneur trying to outsource, my first thing is he probably knows it better than the person he's trying to outsource. So these two have helped me a lot when I was a large business for a small entrepreneur, employing close to 60 to 100 people, and I moved into being a smaller business. The fact that I do everything on my own has really helped me. That's kind of stood the test of time more than anything else.
Sure.
So, yeah.
Well, last question. Where do you see Gourmetdelight in 8 months from now and 8 years from now?
So the idea with which Gourmetdelight was started pretty much holds. 8 months from now, I'm hoping that So we already have done what we wanted to do in Amazon. So we have got the visibility and we are in their launch pad, and multiple Amazon programs that we have latched onto. It has really done well on the platform, so to speak. That's what. 8 years from now, 8 months from now, I hope to continue with the same tempo that it's going. Everything is good. Uh, and I am looking at becoming a very small instance of Whole Foods. So that was the idea of the business when it started, that we wanted to give back something to the society by going to the smaller farmers, going to the supply chain. There's so many people who are growing great things, making great things. We wanted to give them a platform without having to burn a big hole in their pocket by allowing their products to come out. That was the idea with which we had started Gourmetdelight. But we want to primarily be a to retailing. So retail is, so it's a business to customer. That's where we see ourselves completely. We don't want to journey into a store or a retail outlet, because uh, uh, that has never been the goal. It has been the goal of a person logging in and finding the products, finding a basket, wanting to know what goes with what if he wants to make a certain product, what does he combine, and that's it. So that's where we want to continue and be large, possibly a large. I don't have an instance, I'm sorry, of a very large B2C company, but that's what we want to be. An online food business is our goal.
Super. And I used to love going into Whole Food stores when I lived in New York, so I can pretty much get that. So basically, I hope to see you as the digital Whole Foods of India, and maybe even going abroad as well.
Correct.
So thanks so much, Raka. This has been brilliant. Thank you so much for coming in and spending time. And look forward to catching up with you soon.
Great. It's been lovely. Thanks a lot, Sanjay. It's been great chatting with you. Bye.